treasurehunt.ga. Atlanta Braves starting lineup.
Welcome in. And yes, this is game 2 of the series between the Cubs and the Braves. And here's how we line things up tonight for the Braves. Leading off and playing second base, it's Ozzie Albies. Ender Inciarte has the evening off tonight. So Ozzie is up in the leadoff spot playing second. Josh Donaldson at third, batting second, that is. Freddie Freeman in the 3-hole playing first base tonight. It's Ronald Acuna Jr., the recently G'd up prospect and now legitimate superstar contract. $100 million coming his way over the next several years. He's in the cleanup spot. Nick Markakis batting fifth and right. Juan Camargo getting a start in left field, batting sixth. Catching tonight is Tyler Flowers. He's in there in the 7th place. And batting 8th is Dansby Swanson at short. And Julio Teheran, 0-1 on the year. He lost opening day on Thursday, and he'll try again against the Cubs tonight. So that's how our starting lineups go. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with baseball from SunTrust Field right after this. Stick around.
Live from Metro Atlanta, it's A-Bomb, Coast to Coast.
Right here, it's the special Wednesday version of the program. It is Cubs, it is Braves coming at you from SunTrust. And the schedule has been a little whack so far. We've got 1 game on, 1 game off, 1 game on, 1 game off. We're done with that. We're back. We're into a normal Major League schedule now. And both teams tonight, the Braves and the Cubs, are both 1-3 on the season. The Cubs won their very first game against Texas, and they've been on a 3-game skid since then. And the Braves lost their first 3, and now are trying to put together their first streak of the year. So let's hope that happens tonight. And before we even get started, and we've got some news on Bobby Cox, our thoughts and prayers are with Bobby Cox and his family. He did have a stroke reportedly yesterday. He is now in the hospital, and that's about all we know right now. So we are thinking about Bobby tonight. So thanks for being on board. Looks like we're going to have baseball any moment now. And they're interviewing Brian Snitker. He's trying to keep his composure and not get teared up when the subject of Bobby Cox was brought up to him in a press conference earlier today. So if we hear any breaking news on that during the game, we will pass that along immediately. So my name is A-Bomb, And you can find me on Twitter at abomb98. Make sure to hit me up there. This is where we do Cubs and Braves. This is where we do Hawks. This is where we do Atlanta United sometimes. But it's all about the baseball tonight. Best wishes to Bobby Cox and his family for a speedy recovery. So, about to get underway any moment here. The published starting time was 7:20 Eastern Time. We are now at 7:22. And Julio Teheran has just taken the mound. His warm-up pitches are done, and we're ready to play ball. It's Zobrist leading things off for Chicago. First pitch is a strike. We're underway at 7:22 Eastern on a Wednesday. Temperature 69 at the game right now. And there is a base hit to right field for Zobrist. He's on first with nobody out. And our scoreboard should update automatically here in just a few moments. Teheran did not have a good start on opening day. It wasn't his worst start, but he did take the loss. And so batting second is Chris Bryant. Couple of throws back to first base. Runner back safely. Still awaiting the first pitch to Bryant. Those starting lineups earlier today were brought to you by TreasureHunt.ga. Strike one swinging to Bryant. Chris Bryant is a former MVP. 2016 was the year he took home that hardware. And here's the 0-1 pitch to him, and it is popped up into shallow center. There's Acuna, and he puts it away. Out number one. And so let's see who's coming up in the third spot for Chicago. It is Rizzo. Last year, 283, 25 home runs, 101 RBI. And Rizzo, the Cubs' first baseman, is ready to see his first pitch tonight. It's a ball. Julio pitching from the stretch with a runner at first. Kicks and fires. It is a strike. Fastball over the outside corner. It's 1-1. Rizzo with a home run on the year and 3 ribbies. One pitch is fouled out of play. You might hear my cat Buddy. He's hanging out right next to me. Got to make sure I don't run over him. He wants to keep his paws and his tail like right by the wheels of my office chair. I got to really make sure that I don't run over that. And so it's a 2-2 count to Rizzo. Yes, we are a cat-friendly house, in case you didn't notice, up here in Coast to Coast land. Big cat house. And here comes the 2-2 to Rizzo. Popped up. Will it stay in play? It does not. And it's still 2-2. We're a big Braves house up in here too, but that doesn't mean we don't welcome fans from all over the major leagues, including Cubbies fans. We are Cubs friendly up in here, even though it's a Braves house. Julio Teheran getting set for a 2-2 pitch to Rizzo. And it is outside. It's 3-2. The 3-2 pitch coming. Runner going. It's ball 4. Runners first and second, 1 out. I'm starting to lose my patience with Teheran. Starting to lose. You know, he's been, remember the first couple of years, he was going to be our ace. He was the next big thing. And then it just never worked out. His velocity dropped. You know, 91 is about as high as he can get on the gun. So let's hope he can get out of this jam. It is in the cleanup spot tonight, Baez. Oh, and he lines it to Donaldson at third and doubles off the runner at second. Double play ends the first inning. It is Cubs nothing, and the Braves coming to bat after that key twin killing. Way to go, Donaldson starting that one. It is A-Bomb Coast to Coast. Back at you in just a few moments. John Lester on the hill for Chicago tonight. He was 18-6 last year for the Cubbies. And their ace. First pitch to Ozzie Albies is a ball. As we mentioned earlier, Ender Inciarte out of lineup tonight. He's getting some rest. And Ozzie Albies lines one up the middle. And it gets away from the center fielder. He's on second. He is racing for third, loses the helmet, and slides into third base. Will they score that a triple, or will they score that a single and a two-base error on Jason Heyward? Jason Heyward, normally a sure-handed outfielder. That one went right through the wickets. Rolled all the way to the wall, and he was able to get 3 out of that. So, runner on third, nobody out. And so here's Josh Donaldson, he of the big mullet. We found out a couple of things that may explain the mullet. Josh Donaldson was born in Pensacola, Florida, right? So Florida man, you've already got a Florida man. And then he went to college at Auburn. So when you add up those two things together, it explains the Billy Ray Cyrus mullet. Batting .200 on the young season. And he's worked a 2-1 count. So here comes the 2-1 to Donaldson. It is ball 3. So Lester gets ready for the 3-1. It is ball 4. Runners on the corners, nobody out. And Freddie Freeman getting ready to swing the bat. Freddie last year, 309, 23 home runs, 98 ribbies. And he's batting .500 on the young season. That is 7 for 14 at the plate. And he starts off with a strike. Here comes the 0-1. This one's fouled away. Get you some scores from around the league in just a little bit. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt. Nice stop. Here comes the 1-2 to Freddie. Swung on and missed. Sit down. Most of the games around the league are already finals, so we'll get to that in just a bit. And so runners on the corners, 1 out, and Ronald Acuna is digging in. Last year, 293, 26 home runs, 64 RBIs, and 1 Rookie of the Year award. First pitch is outside. Donaldson at first, Ozzie Albies at third, and here's the pitch to Acuna. Strike. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Little bit inside. You know where to find me on Twitter at abomb98. We would appreciate it if you would like and subscribe to this channel. If you're a first-time viewer, we appreciate you being along. We've got a quick timeout. And now Acuna steps back in the box and ready to go on a 2-1 count. Pitch is grounded to short. Second one, first two. That is an inning-ending double play. Nobody scores. We end the first inning. 0-0. Your score from SunTrust. Back with you for the second inning right here on Coast to Coast. All right, so Braves had a golden opportunity to score. It did not happen. Runners on the corners with nobody out. Freddie Freeman struck out, and then Acuna wrapped into a double play. And so here we are on the top of the second. And the first pitch is belted into right field. That's Schwarber with a single to lead off the Cubs' second. Jeff Francoeur, the new color analyst Still trying to grow into the role. And here is Willson Contreras. And he takes a ball. .249 with 10 home runs, 54 driven in last year for the Cubs catcher. And as pointed out, yes, he is one of the Cubs players that has a last name for a first name. And here's the pitch to him. It is a ball. Throw down to second on the stolen base. Got him. Way to go, Tyler Flowers, throwing out the runner. He has thrown out 2 would-be base stealers so far on the young season. Way to go. And so now we have 1 out. Schwarber gets gunned down trying to steal second. And so we've got a 2-0 count on Willson Contreras, now with nobody on. Two-0 pitch is fouled back. And the 2-1 pitch to the Cubs catcher. This one's way inside. It's 3-1. So we have some finals for you around the league. It was the Brew Crew beating the Reds. Final 1-0 from Cincinnati. The Nationals beat up on the Phillies 9-8 was your final there. It was the White Sox over the Indians 8-3. Here's the 3-1 to Contreras. And that one is slapped to third, and that's going to be an infield hit for Contreras. In 11 innings, it's the final where the Rockies beat the Rays 1-0. It's also final from Kansas City where the Twins edged the Royals. 7-6 was your final there. A final from San Diego where the Padres beat the Diamondbacks 4-1. Tigers beat the Yankees in the Bronx. 2-1 was your final there. It was the Blue Jays 5, Orioles 3, your final from Toronto. And all other action getting underway later tonight. We have just 3 other games on the schedule. Update brought to you by treasurehunt.ga. And so here's a 1-0 pitch on Descalso. With a runner on first, there's a strike. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. It's outside. Here comes the 2-1. This one's fouled away. All right. Eddie Cruz has been added as a mod. What is that? And then it got redacted. All right, Eddie. We now have 2 mods on our channel. How about that? Yes. We could always use another mod. And here comes the 3-2 pitch to Descalso. This one is line into right center into the gap. It's cut off by Acuna, but Contreras does make it all the way around to third, so we've got runners on the corners and only one out. Damn. All right, so runners on the corners, just one out. Tehran in a typical Tehran inning. And it is Jon Lester, the Cubs pitcher, up to bat. He had 1 home run and 9 ribbies last year. That's very good for a pitcher, even though his average was 119. Strike one. So here comes the 0-1 to Lester. Shows bunt, but it's high. It's 1-1. All right, so 1-1 pitch to Lester. Outside of the pitcher, it's 2-1. And then Tehran steps off the rubber, and we're going to reset. And finally, we're ready for the 2-1 pitch. This one is a base hit into right field. 1 run scores. It's 1-0 Cubs. And that's an RBI single for the pitcher. Jon Lester drives in the first run of the night. Unexcusable. And so Hayward up now. Runners on first and second with 1 out. And here comes Hayward's first pitch. A little bit high. Typical Tehran outing. Hayward with 8 home runs all of last year. And now he's up there with a 2-0 count. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Hayward. Swung on and missed. Julio racking up the pitch count. We're at 31. The 2-1 pitch is inside. It's 3-1. Cubs already have 5 hits. We're only in the second inning, plus a walk mixed in there. The 3-1. popped up. And Flowers camps under it in foul territory, and that's 2 outs. Hayward out on a foul pop-up. All right, so we're now at 2 outs. Runners on first and second base. Can Julio avoid further damage in the second inning? It is Zobrist. And wait a second, is Hayward batting ninth? I think they have Jason Hayward batting ninth. How about that? So the pitcher spot was hitting eighth. It's kind of been this trendy thing for managers to do over the last few years, is to let the pitcher bat eighth. And so here's the 1-0 pitch to the leadoff man. That one's over. It's 1-1. And Tehran steps off the rubber again. We'll reset. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It is fouled out of play. So Tehran 1 strike away from getting out with further damage. Two outs and a 1-2 pitch due to Zobrist. Strike 3 called. Batter does not agree. So the Braves get out of it with only 1 run scoring. It is 1-0 Cubs. It is A-Bomb Coast to Coast with you on a Wednesday night. We're going to be right back after these important messages. What is cracking, clones? We're ready to get underway in the bottom of the second. And coming up this inning is Nick Markakis to lead it off. And we talked about this yesterday. Nick Markakis has a very robust beard. the kind of guy that you would expect to drink a extra hoppy IPA, the kind of stuff that I can't touch. I really do not like hoppy beers. This guy, I bet, can slam down a 6-pack of the hoppiest IPAs. And so here comes the 0-1 pitch to Markakis. Went to high school in Cobb County, the same county that the Braves Stadium is located. We're in the top of the 7th in Miami, where the Mets are up 3-0 on the Marlins. Markakis lines out to shortstop. And he's the first out, and the Braves second, and that brings up Juan Camargo. Getting his first career outfield start is Juan Camargo. Last year, 272, 19 home runs, 76 driven in. And he is in left field. And the first pitch to him is a ball. The 1-0, Camargo fouls it out of play. Juan Camargo ready for the 1-1. It is swung on and missed. And the 1-2 to Camargo. Fouled back out of play. It's still 1-2. We have Chip Caray and Jeff Francoeur on the call tonight on Fox Sports South. And here comes the 1-2 again. This time it is fouled away again. It's going to be tough for the Braves to win the East, Andrew, because of all of the off-season acquisitions by Philadelphia. They're spending a ton. Is going to be the wild card. I've got the Braves winning one of the wild card spots. And here comes the 3-2, the payoff pitch on the way to Camargo. It is called strike 3. Grab some bench. 2 outs for the Braves. Thanks for being along, Andrew Fannin. And so now with 2 outs, it is... Wait for it. Tyler Flowers. Batting a cool .667 on the young season, but that's about to go down because he just flew out to center field, and that's the end of the 2nd inning. So, as we go into the 3rd, it is Cubs. Braves. And we are now in the top of the third. Kris Bryant leads things off for Chicago. Sonal Patel, this is a huge Braves house here. Absolutely. Not to say we don't welcome opposing fans. Glad to have everybody on board. But, yes, we are a Braves house. Make no mistake about it. And so Kris Bryant, 0 for 1 on the evening. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to him. Swung on and missed. And the leadoff batter is retired on strikes. And so with one out, here comes Rizzo. He walked his last time up. And so, first pitch to Rizzo is a ball. Last year, 283, 25 home runs, 101 ribbies for Rizzo. 1-0 pitch is outside. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. This one is yanked foul. It's 2-1. Here comes the 2-1 to Rizzo. It is swung on and lifted to left field. And that's an easy out for Camargo. 2 outs in the Cubs portion of the third inning. Let us know where you are watching tonight. Where you guys at? Where my boys at? I am in Metro Atlanta. That is where this broadcast is coming from. 5-minute drive from where I am. And I will be going to some games later this year. And we'll be doing some live streaming from SunTrust Park later on. More details to come as they become available. And so Javier Baez lined into a double play to Josh Donaldson last time up. Last year, 290, and his stats just disappeared. But he had a bunch of home runs and RBIs for the Cubs. And it's 0-2 now to Baez. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. It is about 55 feet before it hit the dirt. Here's the 1-2 with 2 outs. This one is grounded foul. And here comes the 1-2 to Baez. It is high, a little bit of chin music. It's 2-2. And Julio deals a 2-2 pitch. Right down the middle. Strike 3 called. A 1-2-3 inning for the Braves. It is 1-0 Cubs. We'll be back after these messages. Good to have D Cash back in the house. And Bone Crusher, I heard your hernia mesh exploded and blew right through your chode. They just ran the commercial for that during the inning, during the break. All right, here's the 0-1 to Dansby, and he hits an opposite field bomb. Solo job, number 2 on the year for Dansby. It's 1-1. And that is his very first career opposite field bomb. He's been in the Oh, Dansby. All right, then. Leadoff bomb. That one traveled 391 happy feet. And Tehran grounds out to Brian at third. There's the first out. Can we get a hell yes on that home run? All right, so Ozzy Albies in the leadoff spot, and he takes a strike. Corey Norris, that was Dansby Swanson. The Braves shortstop. That was number 2 on the year. And so it's an 0-2 count on the Braves leadoff man. Here's the pitch. And he cranks one the opposite field. Also gone. Back to back, Jack. Oops, I'm sorry. It wasn't. There was a pitcher in between. My bad. 2 home runs in the inning. 2 solo jobs. This one, Ozzy Albies goes the opposite way. And it landed in almost the identical spot that Dansby's opposite field blast went. 2 home runs in the inning. The Braves take the lead. It's 2-1. Yeah, dog. And so now it is Donaldson. And he's up there with a 1-0 count. Ozzy's home run traveled a happy 369 feet. And is now 2-0 on Josh Donaldson. Donaldson is ready for the 2-0. It is fouled out of play. We're having a good night. Picked up a mod. Glad to have Eddie Cruz on board. Also, thanks for everybody checking in. Corey Norris, DZ, that's D Cash, Sanal Patel, Andrew Fannin, and of course the Bone Crusher. Here comes the 2-2. It's outside. It's 3-2 to Donaldson. He's up there. 1 out and nobody on base. 2 solo home runs so far in this inning. And the 3-2 pitch is fouled out of play. We'll do it again. Tracy Robertson in the house. Go Braves. As we stated earlier, this is a Braves house. A Braves house gets no bigger than our Braves house. And so the 3-2 to Donaldson, it's a fair ball, and that's going to be an infield hit or an error. Donaldson is safe at first. He bobbled it at third. Don't know if he would have been able to get the runner anyway. And Josh Donaldson and his healthy, robust mullet are now at first base. And 1 out. 2 runs already in on those 2 solo blasts. He had to backhand it in almost foul territory. No way he would have thrown him out anyway, but he ended up bobbling it. So that should be scored a hit, and in fact it is from the official scorer if you're keeping score at home. Does anybody keep score at home anymore? tell you what, occasionally I will see that at a baseball game. It's been a couple of years, but it wasn't that long ago that I was at a Braves game and I saw some dude with an official MLB scoring book with all the, you know, the diamond and all the place to put your notes and all that kind of stuff. There are people that still show up at the ballpark that do that dorky crap. Oh, I got to score the game with my pencil here. I'm 49 years old. I've never done that in my life. It was always older, geeky people that did that. But now I've seen a couple of people who look younger than me still carrying on that wacky tradition. It might have been a good idea back in 1950, but at some point they started publishing the box scores. And I know it's not as comprehensive. I know box score isn't as comprehensive as that entire sheet if you fill it out for every play, but that's enough. You don't need any more than that to know what happened. I don't need to know that Dale Murphy got out on a 5-3 put out. Yeah, dog. It is a full count on Freddie Freeman. And there is a runner at first. Okay, here's the 3-2. It is just a little bit low. That could have been a call to strike, but it is ball 4. Runners on first and second with one out. Couple of walks in a row. That one could have been called a strike. It was so close on the box, on that box that's on the screen these days. It was right on the corner on that. Looked like a strike. And we've got a conference on the mound. Now, you only get about 15 seconds now before the, in this case, the fat umpire walks out there and breaks up the conversation. All right, so it's Acuna. Hit into a double play last time up. Acuna takes a strike, and good point by Chip Caray. That was a worse pitch than the last one that was called ball 4. This time it was called a strike. It's time to get lasers in there and kick out the umpires. How does everybody feel about that? Is it time to just get robots and lasers and get the human element out of the equation? They've got to be able to do it. Tennis has some kind of laser system where they can tell if the tennis ball is in or out, and those things are going about 130 miles an hour. If they've got lasers and remote stuff that can figure that out, it's time to bring it into baseball. So it's a 2-2 count to Ronald Acuna. Runners are on first and second, and there is one out. And we can see all this on our treasurehunt.ga scoreboard up above. And it is now a 3-2 count on Acuna. 2 consecutive walks. And here comes the payoff pitch. It is hit to the first baseman. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was on the ground. It was on the ground, thankfully. So 1 out, Acuna's out, and the runners advance to second and third. There are, however, 2 outs in the inning. No, yelling at the ump is part of the game. Yeah, I don't care about the traditional. Yeah, you can put some guy on there that they can still argue with. Maybe just have one umpire out there just to kind of keep order and make sure the equipment's working right. You can still argue with that guy. And Markakis is the batter. MLB Games is back. Yes. And so Markakis 0 for 1, and he gets one down. I'm sorry, it does not drop. I thought it was going to be a base hit. I was wrong. Hayward with the line drive grab. But 2-run score on 2 solo blasts. So the Braves are up 2-1. Thanks for being here on a Wednesday night. A-Bomb with you. And this show is Coast to Coast, the award-winning stream on YouTube Live. We'll be right back. It is now the top of the 4th. And Schwarber is up to bat. He's 1 for 1. And there's a ball to him. It's 1-1. All right, it's a 1-1 count to Schwarber. Freeman takes it and touches the bag. That's out number 1. So Tehran has settled down after that rough start. Can we get 5 good innings from Tehran? That would be huge. In today's world, that's all you can ask for. 5 good, strong innings. So it's Wilson Contreras. He's 1 for 1 today. He had a single and scored the Cubs' lone run. Wilson has a brother named Williams, they just said. So, and we do see that a lot in the Hispanic community. Crusher, a lot of the Hispanic community likes to use what we would consider to be a last name or a surname over here in the States. They like to use that for their first name, but they kind of consider their first name as their last name, so it's all whack. It's all good. And Crusher, are you able to watch? Are you watching the Braves broadcast of this tonight? Where are you checking this game out? It's not on ESPN, or is it? I think it is on ESPN tonight. You're right, but it's blacked out in this market in Atlanta. Instead, we're watching this on our local Fox affiliate. But the Braves sideline reporter looks a lot like Bone Crusher's next-door neighbor, Kevin. In fact, Crusher, I need to get a picture of this guy with my phone and send it to you. Well, he's no longer on the screen. Damn it. And so Descalso is up. He's 0 for 1. I'm sorry, he's 1 for 1 on the day. And he has an 0-1 count. That one's called a ball. It's 1-1. Tehran up to 58 pitches. Not too bad for the 4th inning. A lot better than he was doing on opening day. It's now 3-1 to Descalso. I just got a text from somebody who said, is it me or is Jeff Francoeur absolutely awful as a broadcaster? And I agree. We got to give him a break because he's kind of new, but he's not exactly new. He did part-time work the last couple of years. This is his first full-time gig. But if he doesn't sound better by, let's give him till the All-Star break. If he still sounds this bad after the All-Star break, I'm going to be really disappointed because I know they're going to keep him on board no matter how bad he may or may not suck. They'll keep him on for as long as he's willing to stay because he's probably getting, they're probably paying him a cut rate. And it was fun. It was a fun ride when he was in Atlanta, when he had that first couple of years where he was, you know, doing it all. Cover Sports Illustrated, everything you could imagine. And he fell off just as fast as he started. And I love his days as a Braves player, but he's not a good broadcaster. All right, it's 2-1 to Lester. And so Lester, yes, the pitcher is batting 8th. It has been confirmed. He has the game's only RBI. Now he has a 3-1 count. He is working it. And ball 4. The pitcher has walked. That bites. RBI single last time up for Joe Lester, and now he has coaxed a walk. And there are runners on first and second with 2 out. Here's Jason Hayward. All right, a little conference on the mound has been adjourned. And here's the stat for you. The Braves and the Cubs both have 4 mound visits remaining in this game. So here is Hayward. Takes a strike. Hayward 0 for 1 tonight. Here's the 0-1 instead. Tehran steps off the rubber again. And we'll do it all over again. It's 1-1 now to Hayward. Do we have any Cubs fans in the house? We welcome all Chicago fans here in Braves country. We have Southern hospitality. And it's now 2-1 to Hayward. All right, so 2-1 pitch to Hayward. Fouled out of play. We will have live Facebook video from Chosen Games later this season, live from SunTrust. Look forward to bringing that to you. And here's the 2-2 to Hayward, some chin music, and it backs off the plate. It's a ball and is now a full count with 2 outs. So that means, of course, the runners on first and second will be getting a head start. Julian Cates says, "Go Braves." We could not agree more. And so here's that payoff pitch. There go the runners, and this one is fouled away. We'll do it again. And that one was right down the middle. Tehran lucky that one did not just leave the yard. He fouled it back instead. He got a good cut on it. All right, so runners get their leads. And here comes that 3-2 pitch. This one is popped up. Donaldson calls for it, and that's the end of the fourth inning for the Cubs. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Damage control from Julio Teheran. It's 2-1 Braves. Hey guys, yeah, really appreciate the subs. Julian Pace and Gabriel McDaniel. Okay, so we're in the bottom of the fourth. Here is Camargo. He struck out last time, and he takes strike one. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody had a great day at work, at school, sitting around on the couch. Haven't put on your pants yet, whatever's going on today. Gabriel. Yeah, I think we can. Sure, why not? We're going to have to start making some moves, start getting some pitching up in here, but the offense, our position players, I think we're pretty stacked. Spring break. Hell yeah, man. Spring break. Speaking of spring break, where is the Bone Crusher? He is down in Spring Break Central, Panama City Beach, Florida. Let's get a beach report from the Bone Crusher. So Tyler Flowers 0 for 1 on the day with a fly out, and he has an 0-1 count up there and 1 out. Better closers, yeah. What's the latest on Kimbrel? Is he still a free agent? Why haven't we signed him yet? What's going on there? I haven't thought about that. I didn't Google that today. yeah, man, we need to get that going, man. You know, the Braves G'd up Acuna a couple days ago. Let's spend some money on Kimbrel. And, of course, let's spend some money on a pitcher who can get us to Kimbrel in the first place. And so that was just a strikeout for Flowers. He had to run down to first base and get thrown out for the strikeout. And Dansby coming off that opposite field blast. The 101.6 mile an hour exit velo on that bomb. Does anybody give a damn what the exit velocity is? So, and he takes a ball one. Ball one to Dansby. Big swing from Dansby, but it's fouled back. And isn't it nice to see him start off the year with 2 home runs already? Maybe this is the Dansby that we all hoped for when he was the Braves' #1 pick back 2015. And he's batting in the 8th spot, and he has a 2-1 count. And here's the 2-1. It is strike. Called a strike. It is way outside the strike zone box on the screen. And, you know, how accurate is that thing? I think they've gotten – that thing's been around for a good 10, 15 years. I think by now they've got it down to where it's probably pretty damn accurate. And the umpires are constantly getting it wrong. As we said earlier, it's time to implement the lasers and the robots and take the human element out of the calls. Dansby takes ball 4. So he's on with 2 out. Who scored today? Julian says, well, there were 2 solo home runs. It was Ozzy Albies and it was Dansby. And so here's Tehran up to bat. It's a 1-0 count on him. And that's popped up. Should be out number 3. Descalso grabs it. And that's the end of the 4th. The Braves still up. The score is 2-1. And we'll be back after this. My name is A-Bomb. You're watching Coast to Coast. award-winning Coast to Coast is back. Considered one of the top 100 best new YouTubers in a very informal poll that has been conducted recently. And so here we are. It's the top of the fifth, and it's Zobrist leading things off for the Cubs, and he is also their leadoff man. And he takes a strike. Julio Teheran back to pitch in the fifth inning. And we talked about having a quality 5. If he can shut it down right here. And there's a leadoff hit. And this has been tough for him. This is where he starts to falter. And so let's see if he can somehow get past this without giving up any runs. And then if he has to leave the game after that, so be it. You know, he's given us a quality 5. And it's Bryant. Teheran pretty efficient with his pitches, 75. Not too bad for the top of the fifth. And here is the pitch. It is swung on and missed. We'll get you a scoreboard update as soon as I feel like it. And Julio throws over to first, runner back. Here's the 0-1. It is low. And the pitch is a little bit outside. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch. Here it comes. It is swung on a missed. It's 2-2. All right, here's the 2-2 pitch. It is fouled out of play. We're still wondering where the Bone Crusher is. Is he out on the beach? I bet it's a beautiful night on the Emerald Coast, home of the world's most beautiful beaches. The 2-2 pitch coming up to Bryant. Instead to first base. Runner back. And here comes the 2-2. Once again. Runner at first. Nobody out. And it's swung on a miss. Strike 3. That is 5 strikeouts for Teheran. And that's a tough out. And Kris Bryant, high heater, and he went for it. So here's Anthony Rizzo. He's up to bat with 1 out and a runner on first. Nice to see everybody down in the chat box. Good, lively box. That's what we're all about here at Coast to Coast. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Rizzo. And I'm laughing at how bad that I think Jeff Francoeur is as an announcer. Please let him get dramatically better really fast, or just say, dude, it was good knowing you. Maybe you need to go down to Gwinnett and call a few games. And it's a 2-1 count to Rizzo. And here's the 2-1. It's fouled out of play. It's 2-2. All right, so 2-2 pitch coming to Rizzo. How about a double play? Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is swung on and missed in the dirt. Bad pitch, but 6th strikeout on the night for Tehran. Way to go. We now have 2 outs. So here we go. Baez 0 for 2 today. First pitch is in the dirt to him. Yeah, Corey, he's having a good night tonight. He's paying off. So far, only gave up the 1 run. Way to go. Always has a tough time, it seems like, getting through 5 complete. But he's really close. Yeah, just needs 1 more out to have a nice stat line and possibly pick up a win. The Braves can hang on. It's a 2-1 count. All right, so Baez with a 2-1 count and a new baseball bat. So here's Baez for waiting on the 2-1 pitch, and this one is grounded just foul. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and we're out of the inning. He throws his bat away in disgust. We'll be back. Ozzie Albies leading off when the Braves come back after these messages. This is A-Bomb with Coast to Coast on the special Hump Day edition. Where's my music bed? There's my music bed. Be right back. Ozzie Albies fouls off the first pitch. We're underway in the Braves' half of the fifth. A weekend reaction show. I don't know, man. That would be kind of cool. Yeah. Can you just kind of like take my stream and play it over the air? That would be that would be awesome. Brian Lee says, "Go Cubs." I'm not a Cubs fan, but you are welcome in this Braves house. We allow everybody, and we do not discriminate. And another base hit for Albies. He's 3 for 3. And he's on with a single to lead off the fifth. And so here we are, the Mullet Man, Josh Donaldson, the Florida Man. Florida Man and Mullet seems to go together just perfectly. And if you missed it earlier, we talked about how not only is he a Florida man, but he's an Auburn man. Auburn man and Florida man, if you put those together, it's not too surprising that he's also Mullet Man. Am I on Facebook? Or am I just, was there just something you posted on the Facebook Braves page? And here's the 1-2 pitch to Donaldson. Fouled out of play. Ozzie Albies takes his lead. And the 1-2 pitch is a little bit outside. It's 2-2. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. It's a little bit low. 3-2. So we've got a runner at first. Nobody out. 3-2 count. The runner at first has some speed. So will we see him bolt for second base on this 3-2 pitch? Here comes that 3-2. He is going. The pitch is fouled away. We'll do it again on 3-2. All right, so another 3-2. Will the runner go this time? He is going. Swung on and missed. Safe at second. We'll take that. We'll trade that. And pardon me while I have to look away every so often. I have a blind cat. And he is really wanting my attention right now. Okay, so here's Freeman. Takes a ball. Just missed. Here's the 1-0 to Freddie. This one is a strike. It's 1-1, and make sure to hit me up on Twitter. You know where to find me there, at ABomb98. We'll see if we can get a following over there. Strike three, Freddie Freeman. There are now 2 outs. Runner at second. And so Acuna up with 2 outs and a runner on second. A little insurance would be nice. And we're not going to have it in this inning because Acuna grounds to third. That's out number 3. 5 innings have been played, and it is still 2-1 Braves. We are back. Is the Bone Crusher still in the house? Still looking for that Panama City Beach, Emerald Coast weather report from today. Spring break. And so it's Schwarber, 1 for 2. And he fouls off the 1-0 pitch. We're on the top of the 6th. It is now Johnny Venters on the bump. And as we thought, Julio removed from the game after 5. He always loses effectiveness right around that time. And he gave us a very quality start. Only that 1 run given up. And the Braves are so far just 1 better. It's 2-1. Let's see our offense pick it up next time up. And it's a 2-2 count to Schwarber. He's leading off the Cubs half of the 6th inning. It's A-Bomb with you on Coast to Coast. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you by TreasureHunt.ga. And Pfister says the weather report is lots of young hot bods on the beach. And Crusher, is it true that your hernia mesh blew a hole right through your chode? If it did, I know there's some lawyers out there that are ready to help you out, but that sounds like a terrible medical condition. And here comes a pitch to Contreras with a runner on first. And nobody out. In the top of the ninth. Top of the ninth in Miami, it's the Mets 6, the Marlins 4. In the sixth inning, it is St. Louis 3, Pittsburgh 3. Top of the fourth in Arlington, Texas. It's the Battle of Texas, where the Texas Rangers are up 1-0 on Houston. A final from Cincinnati, where Milwaukee beat the Reds 1-0. It's also a final from D.C. Nationals edged out the Phillies 9-8 in that slugfest. It is a final also in Cleveland, where the White Sox beat the Indians 6-3 in 11 innings. It was the Rockies 1, Tampa Bay 0, and all the rest of the action is either underway or coming up in the next 45 minutes. That update brought to you by TreasureHunt.ga. And we've got a 3-0 count on Wilson Contreras. Not the start that we wanted to see with Venters. And Crusher, can you verify this about Johnny Venters? Can you verify that he has had 3 separate Tommy John surgeries and operations? It's hard for me to fact check while I'm running OBS. And we've got a long bomb that is out of the yard, and the Cubs are now up 3-2. And perhaps coming back after 3 Tommy John surgeries is not necessarily a good thing in the bigs. It's 3-2 Cubs. Nobody out in the top of the 6th. Contreras with a 2-run bomb. And he hit that to the deepest part of the yard, the bat flip, and all of that. And now all of a sudden we've got a lead change. Damn. That home run traveled 452 happy feet, brought to you by Delta Airlines. Sorry, did not catch the exit velo on that one. Yeah, right. Should have just left Julio in. Yeah, Venters, you know, God bless him. If you've had that many surgeries, and we all know that the Braves manager can be a little bit loyal to a fault, and we're talking about Brian Snitker. However, Venters is bringing it. That one just got up there at 94. He's bringing it. And so here's the pitch to Descalso. It's now out number 1. He struck him out. And so Lester is still in the game. He'll be batting. He's had a good day at the plate. He had an RBI single. He's walked. And now he comes up with 1 out and the bases empty. Lester fouls it out of play. It's 1-1 on the Cubs pitcher. Here comes the 1-1. It's low. Up there at 94 again. 2-1 pitch is a strike. That one caught the corner. It's 2-2. Two pitch is inside. It's a full count. Three-two pitch to John Lester. The pitcher walks again. He's walked twice tonight. He has a single and an RBI. And this dude came in with a batting average last year of 119. All of a sudden, he's looking like Ty Cobb up at the plate. And so we've got one out. Top of the sixth. A convention has convened on the mound. And now it has dispersed, and it's Jason Hayward, the J-Hay kid, up to bat. He takes strike one. Here's the 0-1. It is outside. Plate is jumping around on Johnny Venters. Already 24 pitches this inning. Only one out to show for that. And he has a runner on first and a 1-1 pitch coming. Hayward bunts it. Foul. It's 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Hayward. Just a little bit inside. Barely. And Hayward chops it foul. It's still 2-2. Crusher, are you still with us? If you are, I'm sure you will be doing a Braves game in your near future. And so here comes the 2-2 pitch to Hayward again. Way outside. Not even close. Finally, some new activity in the Braves bullpen. And we've got a payoff pitch to Jason Hayward. And that hit off Freeman's glove. Everybody's safe. Runners are on first and third. Give a base hit to Hayward. And the pitcher who walked is now on third base. And so Venters is not able to get through a complete inning. We've got a pitching change. There has been a Verizon Wireless call to the bullpen. We're going to be right back after this. on Coast to Coast. A-Bomb right back. Parsons is your new pitcher. And he has a 1-0 count on Zobrist, the Cubs leadoff man. 1 out and runners on the corners for the Cubs. Glad to have Sho on board. Welcome in from Japan. Greetings and domo arigato. And here comes Zobrist, and he's ready for his 1-1 pitch with the bases, or with the runners on first and third, that is. And there is a 2-1 count. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It is way outside. Parsons already in trouble, and this is a revolt in development and a disturbing trend with our middle relief. The 3-1 pitch is in there. It's 3-2. And so here comes the 3-2. Swan is a pop-up to left field. Easy catch. Lester thought about tagging up. And then he tried to maybe make it. He did make it back to third, but he almost got tagged out in the process. Dansby Swanson ended up falling on the turf. And we're hoping he didn't just re-injure his wrist. Let's check the replay. Dansby dove and tried to tag Lester as he was making his way back to third base after his tag up. Dansby had a left wrist injury last year, and it looked like he banged right into Lester with that very same left wrist on that play in slow motion. He's wincing in pain. Let's hope that was not as serious as it looked. And so now the trainer is out there looking at his hand, shaking his hand, saying, give me a good firm grip. Give me the bone crusher if at all possible. That's what they were actually doing out there. A little hand grip action, and we'll see if Dansby is able to remain in the game or not. And now Snitker, the Braves manager, is out on the field to assess the situation. And it looks like he's going to stay in there. So at least for now, Dansby is still in this ball game. And so now we've got runners. After all of that, we've got runners at second and third with 2 outs. The Cubs with a 1-run lead, and it is Kris Bryant fouling the first pitch out of play. And so here's the 0-1 to Bryant. A little bit outside. One pitch is fouled. It's 1-2. Wouldn't that be something if the Braves can get out of this without further damage? The scoreboard is partially incorrect. It is not the end of the 5th inning. Everything else about the scoreboard is right. But there's something. There we go. Now it says top of the 6th. And now it's going to say bottom of the 6th. That was strike 3 called to Kris Bryant. However, the Cubs take a 3-2 lead as we go into the bottom of the 6th inning. A-Bomb with you on this Wednesday night. Coast to Coast, we'll be right back. Let's get this. Let's do this, Braves fans, and see if we can get that lead back. The first pitch to Markakis is low, and the bottom of the sixth is underway. It's Lester still out there with 87 pitches on the night. It's 1-1. And Markakis 0 for 2 with 2 lineouts. Last year, 297 with 14 long bombs. And he hits a foul ball. Chip Caray was yelling and screaming like it was going to be a double, but it's pretty obvious that one was, well, just over the foul line, just foul by a couple of inches, and it is a long, noisy strike for him, and it's a 1-2 count. So the 1-2 pitch to Markakis is outside. And the 2-2 pitch is fouled away. It's still 2-2. All right, 2-2 pitch to Markakis is chopped to second. And that's an infield hit. Second baseman tried to shovel past it with his glove, and it did not work. Markakis on with a leadoff infield single. Tying run at first base. Nobody out. And so it is Camargo up there, and he takes strike one. So Camargo swings at the 0-1 pitch and fouls it away. Here's the 0-2 to Camargo. Fouled away. It's still 0-2. See what's going on down in the box. Not a whole heck of a lot over the past few minutes. We know you are locked into this award-winning play-by-play and commentary. And here comes an 0-2 pitch to Camargo with a runner on first and nobody out. It's low. It's 1-2. This game not exactly moving along at a rapid clip. And there's a strikeout. Camargo was down on strikes. There's one out and a runner on first. Number 6 for Lester tonight. But this game, now we're not even through 6 yet, and we're now at about 2 hours and 22 minutes. Tyler Flowers, the batter, with 2 outs. He fouls away the first pitch. And there's actually just 1 out with Tyler Flowers up and a runner on first. Lester now at 98 pitches. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It is swung on a miss. Off-speed stuff. He pulled the string. That one floated up there at 75 miles an hour. Here comes the 0-2 to Flowers. Outside. Comes the 1-2. It is called strike 3. Very suspect call. In fact, Tyler Flowers is arguing his point, and he walks away before getting rung up. 2 outs. And so Dansby back up. Glad to see him up after that little bit of a wrist aggravation. He's still in the ball game. And it is now a 1-1 pitch on Dansby. 1-for-1 with an opposite field bomb. It's 2-1. And John Lester is now at 104 pitches. Let's see if we can wear him down a little bit. It's now 3-1 on Dansby. So the 3-1 pitch to Dansby is belted over to third, and he's out. Thrown out at first. That's the end of the 6th inning. As we head into the 7th, it is Cubs 3, Braves 2. This is A-Bomb with you on Coast to Coast. We're going to be right back after this. Do not move. We're back at it in the 7th inning. Moving right along. 7th inning is always brought to you by TreasureHunt.ga. And Anthony Rizzo is up to bat. He's 0 for 2. He had a walk earlier, and he takes a strike to start the at-bat. Welcome aboard, everybody. Like to welcome you in. You know where to find me on Twitter, and that is at abomb98. TreasureHunt.ga, that's our title sponsor. And this is Coast to Coast. Glad to have you. It is our special Wednesday night baseball edition. And the 2-1 to Rizzo. Belted into center field. That's a single. And he leads off the Cubs' 7th with a base hit. And Biddle is now on the hill. And it's Javier Baez, 0 for 3 tonight. Last year, 290 average, 34 home runs, 111 ribbies. And he's the cleanup batter tonight. And he starts his at-bat with a strike. Here's the 0-1 to Baez, way outside. That one got up there at 76 miles an hour from Biddle. One pitch is fouled away. Or is it? Markakis was able to come up with that in foul territory. And he tried to double up the runner at first. Runner back safely there. Didn't think anybody had a chance at that foul ball, but Markakis scrambled, backhanded it, and threw to first in hopes of doubling up the runner there, but he was already back. It was a bang-bang play, though. Nicely done, Markakis, and his craft beer hoppy guy beard. All right, so we've got one out now. Schwarber at bat, and he takes a ball. So here's a 1-0 to Schwarber. Called strike one. And here comes a 1-1 pitch. Biddle kicks and fires. And that's a 77-mile-an-hour curveball in there for a strike. It's 1-2. And I'm not going to mince words. It is painful listening to Jeff Francoeur try to be funny and informative. He just sounds like a dumb frat boy. That's what he sounds like. He just sounds like some, oh shucks, frat boy from Gwinnett County. That's where he's from. We're coming at you from Gwinnett County, so this is no slam on Gwinnett County. Except if you're a frat boy type from Gwinnett County. And the pitch is into right field for a base hit. That's Contreras up there, and he's got a single with 2 outs, and now runners are on the corners. And at bat broke out. Oops. All right, so we are now with our seventh place hitter. Descalso is up to bat against Biddle. Biddle would love to get out of the inning here. We've got runners on the corners, 2 outs, and the first pitch is in there for a strike. 77 miles an hour. This dude is not bringing the heat. He is what we call pitching to contact. Pitch gets away, wild pitch, runner scores from third. Cubs up 4-2 after that wild pitch. Rizzo scores on the wild pitch. Oh man, this relief crew for the Braves. This middle relief crew is atrocious. Big Cubs insurance run comes in the 7th inning, and now it is a 1-1 count. Runner on second, and that is strike 2 to Descalso. Terrible. That is terrible. Corey, I agree. Oh, and he comes up and brings the 95-mile-an-hour heat. It's a little bit outside. And so it's 1-2. Sorry, it is 2-2 to Descalso. And the pitch is high. It's 3-2. John Lester in the on-deck circle. He's walked twice, scored a run, had a base hit, and pitched a hell of a game. And broken bat, infield hit for Descalso. Uh-oh, they've got the runner in a pickle, and that's a big break for the Braves. Tags the runner out. He was in a pickle between third and home, and so the Cubs are only able to manage 1 run there, but that's a big insurance run. 4-2 Cubbies. We're going to the bottom of the 7th. 10 o'clock local time. That's on the East Coast. 7 o'clock West Coast. We are glad you could be with us. It's A-Bomb, coast to coast. And we have a close one. It's 4-2 in the bottom of the 7th. And it looks like, did we just get a pitching change? What was up with that? However, we're back in a timeout, so hang tight. And we're going to take one with them real quick, and I will return in just a few moments. All right, that was a long commercial timeout. Not sure why that had to take, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes. Oh, okay, they did a pitching change. I guess we started the bottom of the 7th and then made a pitching change right then. I don't know. And so now it is Culberson up to bat. He's the guy, in case you're not a Braves fan, in case you don't watch all the Braves fans, he's the guy that looks just like Dansby Swanson. Those guys could be twins, separated at birth, whatever you want to call it. He's up at bat, and we call him Charlie Clutch down here in the ATL because he has been a big pinch hitter, and he's come through on a lot of pinch hitting appearances and fill-in appearances. And, in fact, had 12 home runs in that role last year. And now it's a 1-2 count on him. Here comes the 1-2 to Charlie Clutch. It rolls away in the dirt. It's 2-2. You might have caught his appearance on the Jim Rome show last year. Really good guy, good family guy, good dad, but strikes out here. And so Kinsler, the new Cubs pitcher, gets his first strikeout, and that is out number 1. Here comes Ozzie Albies. He's 3 for 3. Perfect night for him. 2 singles, a home run, and a stolen base. All tonight. And here comes the first pitch to him. It is right through there. He takes strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. It is fouled out of play. So here's the 0-2 pitch to Ozzie. And he grounds to first. Throw over to the pitcher, covering first, and that's out number 2. And so that brings up Josh Donaldson. We know this because we see the mullet at the plate. Braves announced a crowd of over 37,000 tonight. That's a pretty big crowd. Spring break is underway. Good to see a good crowd at the ballpark on a Wednesday night. And here's the pitch to Donaldson. It is just a little bit outside. It's 1-0. He's up there with nobody on and 2 out. One-zero pitch is inside, ball 2. Here comes the 2-0 pitch to Donaldson. Swung on and tipped. Foul tip to the plate. It is 2-1. Donaldson is 1 for 2 on the night. Here comes the 2-1 to Josh Donaldson, the third baseman. It's inside. It's 3-1 with 2 outs. And the 3-1 is grounded to third. Throw over to first base, and that's out number 3. So the Braves cannot get anything going in the 7th. We head to the 8th. It is Cubs 2, it's Cubs 4 and Braves 2. It's A-Bomb with you, and Coast to Coast will be right back. Oh, yeah, man. Love some classic rock. I'm all about the classic rock. And so we're back in the top of the 8th. It's Almora Jr. batting, and another inning, another pitcher for the Braves. This time it's Luke Jackson on the bump. Top of the 8th inning. Cubs are up 4-2. Two and one pitch. It's fouled away. It's 2-2. What's going on? What's cracking? We're getting a little quiet in the box. This game's just kind of moving right along. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is just out of the reach of Albies, and that's a base hit into right. Leadoff hit. How many times have we said that tonight for the Cubs? That's their 12th hit. And Chip just said 6 out of the 8 innings so far, the Cubs have had their leadoff player on, their leadoff guy on base. That bites. And so here's Jason Hayward, 1 for 3 on the night. Single last time up. Last year, 270, 8 home runs, and 57 driven in for the Cubs outfielder. And here's the pitch. It is inside. Gotta hold him here. Throw goes over to first. Runner back safely.
When people talk about
Here's the 1-0 pitch to Hayward. It is inside. It's 2-0. Can we not just get a couple of 1, 2, 3 innings? And so the 2-0 pitch to Hayward. It is a strike. It is 2-1. And so 2-1 pitch. Here it comes. Instead to first. Back safely is the runner. Okay, Hayward up to bat, 1 for 3 on the day. 2-1 pitch is due. Here it is. He swings, hits it to Freeman. Over to second for 1. Back to Freeman. Double play. Way to go, Freddie, with the 3-6-3 double play. 2 outs all of a sudden. Play of the night for Freddie Freeman. Hell to the yes. Freeman over to Dansby. Back to Freeman for the 3-6-3 twin killing. And glad to have Mexican for Golovkin. Cannot believe the Braves did not get a good arm in the offseason, right? Where is that arm? We need 1 or 2. And we know that Craig Kimbrell is still on the market. But we got to have somebody that can get us to the 9th. So we need a couple of good pitchers. If we can do that, I think we're going to be in pretty good shape, man. We've got on paper, we've got a pretty good offense. But this middle relief, damn. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Well, timeout has been called. Let's try that one more time. And here it is. Swung on a miss. That is strike 3. So we made it through the middle of the 8th. Let's see if the offense can get going as soon as we come back. It is Cubs 4, Braves 2. A-Bomb Coast to Coast is going to be right back after a flash. All right, then. Welcome to the Braves after the 8th. And Freddie Freeman is leading it off. He's 0 for 2, and the first pitch to him is a little bit low. Cishek. Cishek is the new Cubs pitcher, and he's got his own submarine delivery. We saw the guy from the Phillies do the same delivery. And Cishek is now bringing it submarine style here in the bottom of the 8th. And Freddie Freeman walks on 4 straight. Ronald Acuna Jr. up to bat. He does represent the tying run. Let's get this thing going. Poor kitty. Okay. First pitch to Acuna. A ball. That's 5 consecutive out of the zone for Cishek. And there's ball 2. This guy cannot throw it in the ocean. Cishek, 6 pitches, 6 balls. Acuna readjusting the batting gloves and getting ready to step back in the box. Couple right now would be tight. Tight. All right, so here comes the 2-0 to Acuna. Ball 3. Acuna, in case you missed it, has just gotten a $100 million extension. That happened yesterday. Here's the 3-0. Swung on a missed. He had the green light. It's 3-1. And we've surpassed the 3-hour mark. Appreciate everybody being on board with us tonight. It's been a long broadcast, and we've still got a little ways to go. And we're going to keep it right here till the bitter end. Here comes the 3-1 instead to first. Freeman back. All right, so here comes the 3-1. Outside, ball 4. 2 consecutive walks. Runners on first and second in the bottom of the 8th, and there is nobody out. And so Markakis could possibly end this baseball game if he were to launch one. He's 1 for 3 with a single last year, 14 bombs. Cishek. Ball 1. And now you just got to sit there and take it until he throws a strike, right? I'm taking until he can prove that he can throw a strike. Let's see what Markakis thinks on this 1-0. That one's right down the middle, and it's fouled out of play. Camargo, Flowers, and Swanson all due up after this at bat from Markakis. So here's the 1-1 pitch. This one is fouled out of play. It's 1-2. So here we go. Markakis readies for the 1-2. It's high. It's 2-2. Good eye for Markakis. He wanted to swing at that, but it was just a little bit high and outside. Hawks win tonight, and they beat the 76ers 130 to 122. Trae Young, 33 points on the night. He is making a late season push for Rookie of the Year. And now it's a 3-2 count on Markakis. Runners on first and second. Nobody out. Braves down by 2. Cishek with the 3-2 pitch. It's outside. He has walked the bases loaded. Nobody out. And Crusher, I hope I'm not killing this microphone. Hope the audio's sounding on point tonight. And so bases loaded, nobody out. And all 3 runners on board were walked. And so we've got a pitching change. We'll be back after this with the bases loaded and nobody out for the Braves. Atlanta down by 2. We will return right after this. All right, so we're about to do this. Bases loaded, nobody out. Randy Rosario now on the hill. 44 games last year for Chicago in relief. And it's Juan Camargo up to bat. Where is everybody watching tonight? Metro Atlanta is where I am. Where are you? First pitch to Camargo is low. Nowhere to put him with the bases loaded. Here's the 1-0 from Rosario. This one is lined over the center fielder's head, up against the wall. 1 run scores. 2 run score. We're tied. 3 run score. It is a bases clearing hit for Camargo, and the Braves take a 5-4 lead. Yes. That's what's up. Camargo comes in and clears the bases. 5-4 Braves with the lead. Bottom of the 8th. Runner on second and nobody out. Let's get some insurance. Charlie Holcomb says, let's go. Yes. Hell yes. Hell of a clutch hit from Camargo there. Get it. Hell yes. And we've got another pitching change. We will be back as we're in the bottom of the 8th. The Braves now have the lead. A-Bomb is with you on this Wednesday night edition of baseball. And we'll be right back for more of this action. We're back, and we've got a relief pitcher now for the Cubs. Who is this? We'll tell you in just a sec. It's Brad Brock. 69 games last year in middle relief. And there's a base hit to right field from Flowers, and the runner was only able to advance to third. That was sharply hit. And so we've got runners on the corners with nobody out. Way to go, Tyler Flowers. Sharp single to right. Runner was only able to advance from second to third. And as the man said, a little insurance would be nice. Yes, it would. And so let's get some of that. Give us some Aflac insurance. And Dansby is up. Dansby Swanson. Infield in for Chicago with the bases. I'm sorry, with the runners on first and third. And that's a ball. It's 1-0 to Dansby. Runners on the corners. Nobody out. Braves up by 1. Here comes the 1-0. This one is popped into center field. Is it deep enough to score the run? We'll see. There's the catch. Camargo takes off, throws off the line, and it is now 6-4 Braves. Sacrifice fly for Dansby. Another RBI for him tonight, and another insurance run. 6-4 Braves. Runner on second with 1 out. Yeah, dog. And now we just need to make sure whoever's warming up in relief can come in and slam the door. And so that's Ender Inciarte pinch hitting. Ender looks a little bit like the dude for the Phillies, Bryce Harper. He looks a little bit like Bryce Harper with that big beard. And so it's a 1-0 count on Inciarte, pinch hitting. And that ball is a little bit low. It's 2-0 to him. Right. It's not Bryce, but it looks like him a little bit with that big beard. Here's the 2-0 pitch to him. It is hit over to first base. Runner advances to third, and that's out number 2. And so Ozzie Albies now about to bat. Runner on third with 2 outs. And the Braves with a 2-run lead. And who will be coming in to pitch the 9th inning? And so here's Ozzie. He's 3 for 4, 2 singles, a dong, and a stolen base, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. Braves with a 4 spot in the 8th. And the pitch to Albies is outside. It's 1-1. And Corey Norris says that the Cubs relief corps might be worse than the Braves, and that's absolutely right. If you can get into this bullpen, you may be able to win a lot of ball games. And so it's 2-1 on Ozzie. Here comes the pitch to him. It is outside. It's 3-1. And they're showing a few Cubs fans who are in the seats here at SunTrust Park in Metro Atlanta. They're not looking happy. That's what we want to see. Let's keep it going. And Ozzie takes a 2-out walk. There are runners on the corners now with 2 outs. That is 4 Cubs walks in the inning. And Donaldson up, and the Braves have batted around in the 8th. Donaldson, the 9th man to come up in the bottom of the 8th. He's 1 for 3 with a walk and a single. First pitch is a little bit high. It's 1-0 to Donaldson. Braves batting around in the 8th inning. And here's the pitch. It's a little bit outside. It is 2-0. And the Cubs are trying to load the bases for Atlanta. Here's the 2-0 to Donaldson. Low. So a 3-0 pitch to Donaldson. Right through there. It's 3-1. He was taking all the way. And so here comes the 3-1 to Donaldson. It is low and outside. Bases are loaded again. 2 outs. And the Florida man is at first base with his mullet. And that brings up Freddie Freeman. Joe Maddon, the Cubs skipper, back out on the hill. Are we going to have another pitching change? We do have another pitching change. So we'll be right back. The bases are jammed, and the Braves have another shot at it with 2 outs in the 8th inning. We will be right back after this. Do not move. A-Bomb coming right back at ya. All right, Freddie Freeman is up. Freddie Freeman is up. There are 2 outs. The bases are loaded. And Mike Montgomery is the new pitcher for the Cubs. Hope everybody's going, or hope everybody's day is going well on this Wednesday night. Appreciate you being with us. Thanks for liking and subscribing. And first pitch to Freddie is a ball. And so nowhere to put him. Again, a little bit of insurance would not hurt here. Let's get a little bit more. And so here's the pitch to Freddie. This one is bounced to first. First baseman runs over to the bag, tags it, and that's the end of the 8th inning. So Braves grab a 2-run lead. We are going to the 9th inning. Let's close it out right here. A-Bomb Coast to Coast. We'll be right back. Bunch of Braves movements, a lot of people switching positions, and now it's Vizcaino in to close this one out. And just like the Crusher said, let's get this thing up to 55. Let's do that. Would be awesome. And the first pitch of the 9th inning is a strike to Bryant. 0 for 4. Last year, 272, 13 home runs, and 52 ribbies for Bryant. And he hits it to Camargo over to first. There's out number 1. And Mexican sincerely send along our condolences and wishes for a big recovery for Bobby Cox. And here comes. Who is this? Batting third. It is Anthony Rizzo, 1 for 3, and the first pitch to him is high. Ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Rizzo. Popped up. A little bit out of play, however. And it's now 1-1. So here comes the 1-1 pitch to Rizzo. Popped up again out of play. It's 1-2. 1-2 on Rizzo. Thanks for being with us, everybody. Sports fan says he saw Bobby Cox in spring training at the press box, and he ate 6 bowls of ice cream. Would not be surprised there. He's not a skinny dude. Bobby Cox has always been a little bit thick. And now it's 2-2 on Rizzo. Let's wrap this thing up, man. Let's win it for Bobby and get out of here. Appreciate everybody being on board here as we try to wrap this one up. It's a 2-2 count to Rizzo. And here comes the pitch. High, it is 3-2. Let's get out of here quickly with this big win. Let's not let this thing linger on and go to the bottom of the 9th and possibly extras. The 3-2 pitch is fouled away. Baez on deck. You do not want to walk Vizcaino. I'm sorry, you do not want to walk Rizzo here and let Baez have an opportunity to tie it up with one swing. And so Vizcaino kicks and fires. Ball 4. Damn. And thanks, GDH838. Yeah, thanks for the love on my setup. The Cubs are still alive and kicking. They have a runner at first with 1 out. Down by 2, and it is Baez. 290 last year, 34 home runs, 111 driven in. He's 0 for 4 tonight. And these two guys have never faced each other before. So, first pitch, swung on a miss. He was going for the fences. Big breeze, big swing and miss. Runner on first, 0-1 pitch, 1 out. This one is grounded foul. It is 0-2 on Baez. Okay, satellite froze. That's a great reason to show up over here. And yeah, if you lose your local cable channel, if you lose your satellite feed, whatever it is, we are here to pick up the slack. Here comes the 0-2 pitch to Baez. It's way outside. All right. 1-2 count to Baez. He's 0 for 4 on the day. That doesn't happen a whole lot. And the pitch is fouled away. He stays alive. It's 1-2. Just got a piece of that. And this portion of the game brought to you by Gorilla Glue. They've got that big banner behind home plate. Also brought to you by TreasureHunt.ga, our title sponsor, up on the scoreboard. Check them out. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Baez. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. There are 2 outs. Yeah, thanks for being in here, GDH 838. Cubs fans, you guys are welcome anytime up in this house. And we appreciate respectful clubs on the opposition. And so Schwarber, last chance for the Cubs. Schwarber up there with a runner on first. Home run ties it. He's 1 for 3 on the day. And here comes the pitch from Vizcaino. Rizzo over to second base on the old catcher's indifference. Nobody tried to throw him out. He's got second base now. No chance of a force play at first, second, or third any longer. And so we really want to try to get it out, get that third out right here with Schwarber. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. It is right through there, 1-1. We have an even count at 1-1. Thanks for everybody joining us here as we close out this baseball game. Really exciting night. Atlanta and Chicago going back and forth. Several lead changes right now. Atlanta up by 2 with 2 outs. And that is strike 2. Swung on a miss by Schwarber. Cubs down to their final strike. Everybody on their feet here at SunTrust Park in Metro Atlanta. Let's see how this turns out. It's a 1-2 count. Runner on second. 2 outs. Home run ties it up. And here's the pitch to Schwarber. Low. It is 2-2. We have a 2-2 count. Michaela Bowman, chop on, right on. We are all about hashtag chop on over this way. And let's hope that we close this one out right here. It is a 2-2 count to Schwarber. Vizcaino kicks and fires. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Braves win the game. Fireworks show commences in Atlanta. Your final, Atlanta Braves 6, Chicago Cubs 4. Really appreciate everybody hanging out here tonight. What a thrill that was. Braves came back big time and pick up a big win. And the Cubs have lost their 4th in a row. Braves win their 2nd in a row. We're really glad to have everybody along tonight. My name is A-Bomb, and before we get out of here, let's go ahead and take care of a couple stats for you. Let's see if we can give you your final stats on the night. Well, here's what we have for you. Atlanta, 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. And the winning pitcher, still don't know who that is. It's going to take a minute to get that updated. For the Cubs, 4 runs, 12 hits, and 1 error in the losing effort. Thanks so much for everybody hanging out with us tonight. My name is A-Bomb. Our show is Coast to Coast. Also, make sure to check out the Bone Crusher John Wilson's YouTube channel. He will have plenty of Braves action for you as well. And for now, we're going to go ahead and get out. We would appreciate if you could like and subscribe on your way out of here tonight. A-Bomb is toast. See you next time. Bye.